This video is sponsored by Raptic, the company that brings you the Raptic Shield phone case, military-grade protection for your phone that will give you the ultimate peace of mind. What is going on, everyone? My name is Jason, and this is the iPhone 12 1 week later. Okay, so the new iPhone 12 is officially out, and as anticipated, it's making quite a ripple in the smartphone market. We finally have a design overhaul after what seemed like forever, and no doubt Apple made one hell of an iPhone this year. Now, in case you're on the fence between the iPhone 12 or the 12 Pro, make sure to check out my comparison video I put together in case you missed it. I'll leave a link to it in the description. That video will help you truly understand the key similarities and differences between both phones. But today, I want to focus on just the iPhone 12 and talk about how my experience has been with this phone. Now, specifically, I'm going to go over 3 things that I've enjoyed the most. But at the end, I'm going to talk about an issue with this phone that I haven't been able to get out of my head since first getting this phone into my hands. Now, before we get into the review, if you're into checking out the latest consumer tech products before you buy them, or if you're just a tech head like me, I make a video like this every single week, so make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be the first to know when a new JSL review is out and you don't miss anything. And real quick, important question for you guys. I'm pretty sure there's strong consensus that the new blue color for the iPhone 12 is the best, but what's your favorite color for this phone? Curious to see what color gets the most love. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Okay, the first thing I love about the new iPhone 12 1 week later is the new design. Not a big surprise here, but dude, Apple nailed it when it comes to execution, and this is definitely my favorite and to me the most refined version of the iPhone ever made. Let's start with the size. The new iPhone 12 is actually slightly smaller than the iPhone 11, but a tad larger than the regular iPhone 11 Pro from last year, and because you have this perfectly flat frame, you have a device that's big enough to provide an immersive user experience, but also one that's very comfortable for one-handed use. The colored aluminum frame melts into the glass on the front and back of this device, and even though the phone is slightly thinner and not as heavy as the older iPhones, it feels way more substantial and premium in the hand. Though the glass back is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, it is easier to grip in your hand, and I love the contrast between it and the matte finish on the frame. And man, I absolutely love this blue color. It's a really rich, deep navy blue that catches your attention, but it's not something you're going to get sick of anytime soon. The iPhone 12 also gets Apple's new ceramic shield glass on the screen, which preliminary tests are showing provides significantly better drop protection than the iPhones before it. And the last design element here that really ties this all together is the reduced bezel on the display. It clocks in at 6.1 inches, which is the same size as the larger iPhone 11, but because it's on a smaller size body, the bezel is noticeably smaller, and it really does marry all the other design elements together for a very well thought out, premium user experience. Okay, so no doubt the iPhone 12 looks and feels gorgeous, and even though it may be a bit tougher than previous models, do not be fooled, this is still an extremely fragile device. And if you want to make sure your shiny new iPhone 12 is protected from both scratches and drops, even the most extreme kind, you have to check out the Raptic Shield case by the company Raptic, today's video sponsor. The Raptic Shield provides your phone with military-grade drop protection, which has been comprehensively tested to withstand falls from up to 10 feet, and man, they really put their cases to the test. The shield is also equipped with a heavy-duty machined aluminum frame, giving the case form and protection on the outside, and on the inside, you can rest assured that your iPhone 12 is safe as it is encased in soft rubber to effectively absorb and deflect shock from the impact of falls both big and small. Plus, the case has a raised lip which protects your screen from drops and surface scratches, which is super important, and it has a clear polycarbonate back panel so you can still show off the beautiful color of your new iPhone without endangering its protection. You can still take advantage of wireless charging with the Raptic Shield on, and the case has a lifetime warranty. Now, if you guys want to snag one up for yourself, Raptic is going to hook you guys up with 20% off your order. Just use the link in the description below and use code JSL20 at checkout. Trust me, if you're a klutz like me who's had to go through the heartbreaking experience of breaking an iPhone not too long after getting it, snag up the Raptic Shield case and get yourself the peace of mind that you deserve. Okay, the second thing that I absolutely love about the new iPhone 12 is this gorgeous display. The 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display is stunning, and Apple really delivers here considering it's made some pretty controversial decisions on displays in the past. And here I'm of course referring to the unapologetically dated 1080p LCD displays Apple used in both the iPhone XR and the iPhone 11. And look, I've always been upfront in saying that most people are going to be totally fine with that display, but I also understand why it made it difficult for a lot of people to shell out the cash for such a mediocre piece of hardware. Well, Apple seems to have gotten the message because the display on the new iPhone 12 is leagues ahead of its predecessor. It's bright, colors are more vibrant, you get way better contrast with those inky blacks, and as mentioned earlier, the smaller bezels really does make for a more immersive user experience. HDR content is extremely enjoyable to consume, and it's a significant upgrade, no doubt about it. Now yes, the new display still clocks in at a standard and somewhat outdated 60Hz refresh rate, which I do agree sucks, but to be honest, I wasn't expecting the regular 12 to have a high refresh rate display. I assumed it would be a way to differentiate this phone from the Pro model, and no, the Pro model doesn't have one either, but that's a different rant for a different video. Just know at the end of the day, this new display in this new form factor is extremely well executed, and it's nice to see that Apple thoroughly solved what to me was the biggest drawback with the iPhone 11. Okay, the last thing I love about the new iPhone 12 is the camera quality. Now, full transparency when it comes to still images, it's not going to be a big difference between what the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro were bringing to the table in terms of quality, but considering that those two phones arguably occupy the top spot for best cameras on any phone, it's not something that should be taken lightly. The iPhone 12 is able to take razor-sharp photos that are rich in color and contrast, and have outstanding dynamic range. Apple really leverages the power that it has with its image processing, and you're almost guaranteed to get a great photo every time you press the shutter button. I really like the selfie camera as well. Compared to all the other flagships I've tested this year, the iPhone selfies are the most natural, and the portrait mode photos in my opinion come closest to what you'd actually be able to get from a real DSLR camera. Where I really noticed some improvements from last year has been with low light photos. The night mode shots I've been getting from the 12 have been amazing, and what's cool is that you now have night mode on the ultra wide camera, and you can take night mode selfies as well, which is really nice. Now where the iPhone 12 really starts separating itself from the pack is with its dominance in smartphone video. This phone can shoot in Dolby Vision HDR 10-bit video at up to 30 frames per second, and Apple continues to zoom past its competitors. The quality you're able to get is nothing short of remarkable. You get amazing colors, the best dual pixel autofocusing, and what Apple is able to pull off here with the dynamic range really underscores just how powerful the A14 Bionic processor is. It's seriously so impressive. And considering that video is playing a much bigger role in our day-to-day lives, I can say confidently you're not going to find a better phone out there that can best the iPhone 12 in this area. Okay, so if it hasn't been made clear, I've been really enjoying my time with the iPhone 12, and even though it's only been a week, I have to say it's really living up to the hype. Now the only thing that bugs me about this phone is the price. And let me clarify here because I love the $799 starting price. I do recognize that it's $100 more than last year's iPhone 11, but it's totally worth it considering the upgrades. But here's the thing. First, the $799 price tag is misleading because that's the price of the phone if you purchase it through a dedicated carrier. If you want a factory unlocked version, the price automatically goes up to $829. Plus, the $799 base model only comes with 64GB of internal storage. That's critically low for me for 2020 standards, and if you want to upgrade to 128, your new total is going to be $879. And look, my issue isn't with the adjusted dollar amount. I actually think it's still relatively reasonable, but at that price, it's inching pretty close to the $999 base model iPhone 12 Pro. And as a consumer, I think at that point, I'd probably just kick in the extra money and go with the Pro, even though I doubt it's going to provide much of a different user experience. I mentioned this in my comparison video as well, and it's something that keeps lingering in my head the more and more I use this phone, because I do have access to an iPhone 12 Pro, and no lie, it's pretty damn nice. At the end of the day, if you can get the iPhone 12 for $799 and you're good with 64GB, go for it, you won't be disappointed. But if you're looking for an iPhone this year that matches the specs that I outlined, it may be worth it to go with the Pro this time around. But hey, that's just me, and I want to know what you guys think. Do you think I'm right in my assessment, or do you think it's still not worth the upgrade? Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments down below. Okay, that's about it for this review. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you guys find it useful, it really helps me out. If you guys have any questions about the iPhone 12, leave them down in the comments, and I'll be sure to get to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.